Hi everyone, welcome to Third Coast Gaming Radio. It is March 29th, 2021. It is episode 23. I'm joined by the once and always amazing Austin Taylor.
Aw, shucks. I think I'm pretty amazing too.
Aw. I had the other thing. There's like some compliment that people say, and I can't remember what it is right now. Because I stayed up till 2 watching music videos. Oh yeah. I don't know why.
I mean, it's like what do you mean, like the nice guy Travis Doyle, or like that? Like I don't. There are a lot of compliments people say. I also did stay up till 2, but not watching music videos.
It's okay. Here, let me ask you, Austin. The meme that everyone's talking about is the ship still stuck? Is it stuck, Austin?
I mean, I haven't. Let's see. Let's look up the. Let's Google the Ever Given. Right. Let's Google the Ever Given. Is it stuck?
Oh, it's not stuck anymore, you guys.
It's not stuck. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be moving now.
It's moving. There's a ship stuck in this. Was it the Suez Canal for like 6 days?
Yeah.
I don't know. Microsoft Flight Simulator put it in for a little bit. That's that link I sent you on Discord. There we go.
Yeah, because I remember seeing earlier reports this morning saying that strong winds had pushed it back into being stuck, but does not seem to be the case anymore.
See, I was at a game shop playing some X-Wing, as one does, and one of the owners was talking about this new meme. They're like, yeah, there's a ship that's stuck, and I kind of turned around, like, kind of hollered out, hey, is the ship still stuck? And she was like, God. Looked it up. Yes, it's still stuck. And I was like, all right, good. So.
Yeah,
It's a good meme. Apparently that canal had, like, what? I was saying, like, 100 cargo ships per day are supposed to go through it or something.
Yeah, it's the Suez Canal is a very important little route for a lot of trade, and we made a ship too big for it because we don't understand how to actually like keep things from like getting so big that they eventually become excessive and break the systems we refuse to improve.
Oh, this ship did not meet regulations. I think someone got bribed to let it through. That's the rumor I was hearing. So
that wouldn't surprise me.
That wouldn't surprise me as well. All right, let's see. The first thing on here, you know, it's always a good week when you're talking about, you just talk about Halo Infinite. Always the first thing. They smashed a piano into pieces. This is a Verge article from a YouTube video that so they're getting some sound. They wanted to make some sounds in Halo Infinite, so they're smashing a piano. Oh, it's
a grim sight. Like,
this video is weird.
I would be.
They're like,
yeah. So when it was,
they're like making engine sounds. Kind of sounds like with this.
Yeah, well, see, like what they do is they start like bashing the sort of, I don't want to say facade, but like surface impression of the piano. You know, you break away the keys, and like the natural endpoint for like if and I don't know shit about like the internals of a piano, but like the strings, that you know what they're connected to, and so you basically have raw inside piano that they're constantly messing with, and at one point they're dropping like I don't know if like it looks like dry ice.
Yeah, they're putting like little chunks of dry ice on this, and then they put like a big block of dry ice, and they're stepping on it on top of the strings.
Yeah.
And it's just like making weird vibrating noises.
Yeah, and they're capturing like this sound with, I imagine, very expensive audio equipment. Uh, and this is, I don't know, not the vibe I thought anyone was going for with Halo Infinite.
This is almost a nightmare. I love this. This is like this reminds me
Yeah.
of the there's this the witch or the vitch, whatever people call it. It's like the two V's in it. But the musician for that movie that they hired to do the score created like this box called the Nightmare Box, which is this like it's like a music device that has a bunch of weird different instruments like woven into it. Like it's got a bunch of metal rulers that are coming out that he'll like click for stuff, and there's like a 2-string guitar in the middle, and then a bunch of just weird, creepy noises that are in that movie. That movie has an atmosphere, Austin.
Yeah, it's a horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's got a very good
No,
soundtrack. That like,
it's spooky. I
yeah,
haven't seen it. Who do you think I am?
it in my opinion, it does more than other more horror movies have done in the last like 10 years. It feels like a classic horror movie.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Let's see.
Sounds sounds cool. I just no,
That's
it's
right.
too spooky.
It was very spooky. There's a goat, and he's very evil
Yeah,
looking.
like my mother and I went to go see The Quiet Place, and like that movie's not scary.
Yeah, that's like an action movie, dude. That's like a thriller.
Yeah, that's like an action movie. We had to like there were several times when like we had to cover our faces because like shit would happen and we'd be like, "Ah, no, thank you."
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Hey, apparently Total War Rome is getting a 4K remaster. Austin, what's up with this? I don't know anything about this game series.
Uh yeah, so this is like the like so Total War Rome is like the third game made by in Creative Assembly's like Total War series. The most recent entries being like Total War Three Kingdoms and like Total War Troy, and with the upcoming Warhammer Total War Warhammer 3. And so this is a remaster of like that really old the really old Rome game, which is really I think could be run on like on basically every system and really does show its age and its interface and like map design and also just general encounter like AI. And so what's happening here is it's getting like I imagine a huge visual update and a additional, let's see, the actual number that they quote here is 16 previously unplayable factions that you can now play with alongside like the 22 you could within the expanded Rome Total War game.
Yeah, it's got some cross-play too between Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Hey, I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, and so like Rome Total War is an interesting like one to remaster because a lot of what like made this makes this game really interesting is that like the general like unit I don't want to say design, but like unit composition or army composition that existed within like Rome Total War is so much different from like what you would get once they got on to like Total War like medieval, right? Once you get to medieval and medieval kind of informs just about every other Total War they make in a very real way, aside from like maybe Rome 2, but Rome 2 was also a disaster when that first released.
Oh no.
Uh, yeah, like it's just a litany of features and content and like a really messy politics system that didn't really work. So I don't know how much of this they haven't said much about this remaster and like what actual systems are going to get like improved and generally like worked on. They do say they're overhauling the diplomacy system within Rome Total War, but we don't actually know what that's going to look like yet. If it's going to like take more inspiration from hopefully like the Three Kingdoms sort of diplomacy system, which was fantastic as far as like a Total War diplomacy system goes.
Which we heard much good things about when you were playing it a couple months ago.
Oh yeah, like that was like Three Kingdoms was like the game of the summer for me when that released in 2019.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
Hey, what if you went outside again, Austin? What if
don't.
what if you went outside and you hung out with your Pikmin? Because
You can't make me.
Niantic is like just making a Pikmin AR game, and this is the most adorable fucking thing. I hope like you'll point your phone down and there's just like a bunch of Pikmin walking around. You'll be like, hey, go pick up this fruit for me and bring it back, you guys. I need this fruit. But yeah, Pikmin, it's a Nintendo video game where there's a bunch of, I would call Pikmin like little elves almost, except they have this big
Yeah, like
flower
kind of
head as well.
almost like Keebler elf vibe in like general size and not like aesthetic, but attitude.
You know, Austin, what if I just bought Pikmin 3 on the Switch right now?
I mean, I'm surprised you haven't. Like, I know people really like this game. It's not one I've ever messed with because the only time I ever played Pikmin was in like the front lobby of a hair salon that was like, we're cool, we got video games in the front. And
Nice.
I got like to the really big part where the monsters came out and like started eating my Pikmin, and I never wanted to touch it again because I didn't want my Pikmin to die.
Yeah, your Pikmin get eaten. It's wild. I was just, as we're talking about it, I'm just thinking about Pikmin. I'm like, yeah, I could play this. Cause I started playing Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, which is like an older GameCube game. And I was like, oh, this is cool, but this is really slow. But Pikmin 3, the Wii U version, came out on Switch again. I mean,
Yeah,
like $50 on Amazon. Let's see.
And I wonder what is like the gameplay loop of this app is what I wonder. Like because the loop of Pokemon is so well known, right? Like it's so simple to get an idea of. It's really easy to to work with, and also that property completely dominated pop culture for like the better part of the 90s and early 2000s. I don't know if Pikmin's gonna have that same sort of universe. Well, he definitely doesn't have that same universal appeal, but I don't know if they can sell people on it in that way.
Yeah. That's a good. Who Pikmin 2 is on the Wii? Interesting. You know, I remember Pokemon. One of the things that I thought Pokemon Go did really well to like keep you just in it was like I think the leveling system and watching like the numbers go up, because those numbers went up, Austin, and your Pokemon could beat people up in gyms. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe you'll have like a level.
gamers
And once
gamers
you
love the
level up, you'll
numbers.
have more Pikmin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like what I just wonder what that looks like. And we're not gonna know him for like I get probably another year, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
But what do you get? What do you have your Pikmin doing here? Are they just collecting fruits? Is there any sort of like challenge? Like, am I gonna watch my Pikmin get eaten on my phone?
You know, it'll probably have the same thing Pokemon Go has. It'll probably have like, I hope it does the faction thing Pokemon Go does, which I thought was also interesting, where you were fighting to control territories of
Yeah, for
like
like
places that are nearby you and shit.
yeah, I mean yeah, faction thing could be interesting. Hopefully Pikmin doesn't like have that same situation where everyone's just like, oh, I want to be on the Team Mystic because the leader's hot. Um,
Yeah, or everyone picks the red team, and then the yellow team is nobody
yeah,
there, and then maybe there's some
everyone
people on
picks
the blue
like
team.
the Articuno. Well, like yeah, everyone picks like the blue Articuno team and the which is Mystic, I think, and the like the Moltres red team, and then
Yeah,
like
Valor.
yeah, and Team Zapdos or whatever they're called are just like
Oh, we're
there.
fucked, you guys. Team Instinct here. What's up, you guys?
Is that their name? Did you Google their names or do you know them?
No, I just know them. I picked the blue one because I was like, ah,
I thought I
yeah.
heard
I'm
typing.
like I'm like I'm like a Ravenclaw in Harry Potter, so I'd probably just pick the blue one in this because they're the
I mean, I
smart
definitely,
kids.
yeah, I definitely picked the blue one because I saw Articuno attached to that faction, and I was like, yes, my favorite.
Yeah, I like Articuno's really cool, but man, I'm just getting into my little like Zapdos and Pokemon Let's Go is really fucking strong, actually. Just like
Oh yeah, like
uh, it has a high speed value, so it like always hits first. Some other things.
yeah, like Zapdos is the like of those legendary birds that exist in that first generation. Zapdos is the one I stuck with in like leaf green.
Zapdos very cool. Go to the electric plant to find him hanging out. Whatever.
Just hanging out in an abandoned electric plant
Soaking up
like
the
you do.
vibes. All right, this
God,
is
it's not...
we both collaborated and found the news for this, and yeah, there's some rumors going around. This is a Eurogamer story. Call of Duty returns to World War II. This is something that would be the Sledgehammer team who made Call of Duty 2017's Call of Duty World War II, and also didn't they do Advanced Warfare? I think they did Advanced Warfare.
Sledgehammer. I think so. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they did Advanced Warfare because I think Infinity Ward
Yeah, Sledgehammer
was
did
working on
Advanced Warfare.
like Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, Infinite Warfare, which came out the year after, wasn't
Yeah, it
too
was
well
like
received. That game is interesting, but it's just not what the. It's just too much future for people, I think.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just have too much future in your Call of Duty, you know. And I don't know, Kit Harington being like a military leader of Mars, um, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's weird because I played a bunch of Infinite Warfare and I also played Titanfall at the same time. And Infinite is like 100 years before Titanfall 2, and there's some kind of interesting like, oh yeah, this is like the baby steps of colonization of planets in Infinite Warfare. It's kind of neat.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't like we can't start drawing narrative lines between Call of Duty
Yeah,
and Titanfall. I can't take this. If you do that, I'm gonna have to buy those games again.
this
No, I
is
don't.
true. This is true. So yeah, the rumor is World War II, or it might just be a modern day thing. If it doesn't end up being this, which is what I'm guessing,
No.
because I don't think they want to go back to future at all. I don't think.
Oh, they definitely don't want to go back to future. Yeah, this is sort of yeah, World War II, currently codenamed Call of Duty World War II Vanguard. Is
Yeah.
like hasn't been officially confirmed, though Eurogamer is like corroborating a report from Modern Warzone that this year's Call of Duty will be a World War
Nice.
II, not like a sequel to World War II, but like
Nice.
another game set. And that there's additional reporting from Modern Warzone that the game would take place in an alternate timeline, where like 1945 wasn't the end of World War II. Um,
Oh.
like the Eurogamer report sort of alleges that that detail is not accurate, and that it is going to be a traditional World War II setting.
What? Okay.
So maybe, yeah, so maybe they'll focus more on like the theater of war present in, I want to say, like the fifth Call of Duty or World at War, right? Which is a
Yeah.
lot of the sort of American Japanese, like Pacific Island theater of war and the Russian invasion of Berlin.
Let me tell you something that blew my mind, Austin.
What's up?
I got this ad for Pokemon swag on that, and apparently the GameCube had a disc they sold that was a storage box for Ruby and Sapphire. So I was like, there's like a picture of Ruby and Sapphire, but for the GameCube, and I was like, what the fuck is this? What are you talking about? So I think it's like a memory card or something. I don't know. I'm lucid, Austin.
That wouldn't
I'm lucid.
that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, you can
If it
store.
was
You
like
can store
completely.
a 1,500 Pokemon on here.
Yeah, like if completely derailed. Uh,
You can buy this for
I'm
seven
actually
grand.
I'm surprised this isn't like a I want to say like what they had with on the N64 with Pokemon. Well, really any Pokemon game that was on the Game Boy, where you could like attach this like Game Boy game reader to your N64 controller. And if you put the Game Boy cartridge in that, you had like a specific app in Pokemon Stadium, I believe is the name of that one, Pokemon Stadium, where you could go and you could play your Game Boy Pokemon game on your N64 on your TV.
Yeah, and I think this one's just a storage thing. I don't know. You just pass. It just gives you a disc and a
Yeah.
memory card. Which is kind of
Yeah.
wild.
So,
That was
I'm
weird.
surprised there wasn't more to that because that was my favorite part of like Pokemon Stadium was just being able to play a real Pokemon game. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember they were just like fighting.
yeah,
It was
Pokemon
mostly
Stadium's
like
just like a
fights, and
Pokemon.
you would do gyms. You
Yeah, like Pokemon
like
Stadium is
nothing
like
in
a
between.
like gym boss rush mode where you then go fight the Elite Four and the champion, and then you have free fights
Ooh.
and mini games like Sandshrew Dig, where you make the little Sandshrew dig into the ground and look for water, or
Or there's the sushi one.
yeah, the sushi one where you look at tongues and you go find food. Uh, but yeah, like most of that game's like most of the playtime I logged in that game was from just putting the Pokemon Crystal,
Oh yeah, man.
or is it Blue? I don't know if Crystal worked with that app.
I think Stadium 2 was silver and gold. I think Stadium 1 might have been red and
Yeah,
blue. I'm looking at this Pokemon Coliseum listings too, because that game's a banger on the GameCube. You start on, you know who your two starter Pokemon in Pokemon Coliseum are, Austin?
who are your starter Pokemon?
It's Espeon and Umbreon, the
Oh,
homies.
wow. Oh yeah, that's right, Pokemon Coliseum. See, I only know this as I thought Coliseum was like the sort of the name for the Diamond and Pearl, like Pokemon Stadium rip. Um, I forgot that Pokemon Coliseum is actually the game that precedes XD Gale of Darkness.
Yeah, yeah, they did Coliseum and then XD Gale of Darkness, and they both are the same map and the same engine.
Yeah,
I
in
just
Coliseum you play as like the dad of the kid in XD Gale.
Oh, huh. I didn't know that. Yeah, you have like a thing on your arm that lets you snatch people's Pokemon. Because originally the team in that game were stealing Pokemon, and you took it from them to take
Yeah,
dark Pokemon, which were like shadow infused Pokemon that man were meddling with, and they're like fucked up. So you're trying to cleanse them. This
yeah.
team
So like yeah,
Snag 'em is trying to snag them.
yeah, and like you have like a thing on your arm, like an apparatus that lets you like snatch them. But I think within Coliseum, it's like there's a woman you travel with who becomes, I guess like you form a romantic attachment with like a woman who travels with you, and you can see the darkness in the Pokemon.
Yeah, you can see the darkness inside of me too. I played that game. It's really cool. So the cool part about that game is it looks like it takes place in what I would call like the American West. There's like a lot of deserts and like diners that are fucking around in some small cities. Like the soundtrack is very like different in a way that I enjoy. But these are like all $60, and I don't want to pay that much money for it. But yeah, it's the Ruby and
Yeah,
Sapphire stuff. Like you get the three dogs, you get Entei, you get Suicune, you get Raik. I don't know what the fucking electric dog is. I was gonna say Raikou, but that's just Raichu sounding differently.
yeah, like it's damn XD Gale was good shit.
I didn't see. I skipped XD Gale Darkness. I just did Coliseum.
XD Gale kind of I didn't play Coliseum, right? So I feel like what I had was XD Gale. I remember I think it seems pretty similar. Like there's another thing with Shadow Pokemon instead of like a thing that instead of having to go around with someone who can like see the shadow. Like now your apparatus is this like tech-based thing where you have like a sort of scanner, right? Like a Dragon Ball Z scanner attached to it, or scouter, I should say. Um, so that way you can like determine the shadow, you can find the shadow in the Pokemon, and so your whole thing is like snagging them from Team Snag 'em, or whatever you're fighting in that game, and then bringing them to like some nature area once you've built enough of a relationship to get the shadow out of their hearts.
I think it's kind of wild that we're both into Pokemon and we played the other version of these two GameCube games. I think that's really funny.
This is this is essentially like I got to snag some play sessions of this game while like staying at a friend's house.
Dope.
Uh,
All right.
Completely derailed.
Yep.
Welcome to our Pokemon
Welcome
XD Gale
to
Coliseum
the
fan cast.
Pokemon cast. We'll talking Pokemon every week, and it's gonna be very boring.
You know what? Hell yes. Let's do it.
Yeah. I could. I'm not gonna. I don't want to play Sword and Shield again. You can't make me.
I'm not going to. I'm like, I'm not gonna play any Pokemon. The only thing you can convince me to do is like clean out the battery and like Pokemon Crystal and
Hey, maybe I'll play Leaf
see what's up.
Green.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Back to the news. Getting on back on the rail. Um,
To see those rails, we gotta
Yep.
get back on them.
yeah. Rec Room, which is a popular game that I think it's free to play, has some microtransactions. This is a Wall Street Journal story. It has been valued at, I guess the company or the game, valued at $1.25 billion in fundraising round, which is kind of fucking wild because I don't hear shit about this game, but apparently kids like it. And I found a TikTok video about Rec Room, and I don't know what's going on. This game's from June 2016 as well. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Like I think I remember seeing like early Rec Room stuff, like giant bomb impressions that didn't really impress me in any way. But I mean, it's a pandemic, and social platforms like this like are going to become exceedingly popular in the wake of not being able to go outside and hang out with people.
Yeah, and this game, you can. I'm sure the thing that got this to be more popular is that they made like you can get this as a non VR game as well. Like I
Yeah.
was just playing it on my. It's probably my PlayStation. I don't know, but yeah, it's totally compatible. Both versions are compatible with each other. Um, I just remember a bunch of kids screaming at me, and I'm like, I don't think I should be doing this. Why are they screaming at me? But like I was in some lobby, because the quests are weird too. Like and there's like friendly fire, and I don't know if you can turn it off. And people were just shooting me the whole time. I don't understand, Austin. I don't understand. But
Yeah. Let's see, I'm
this is
looking
like
at
out
this right
on
now
this
and I
game's
don't
out on like
understand it.
everything too, which is like another wild thing.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this game right now and I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, this game is Roblox, but it's not Roblox, I guess. It's like when you
Okay.
load it up, there's a bunch of lobbies with a bunch of different types of games in it. Like there's a paintball game, there's like a weird like handicraft Dungeons and Dragons thing where it looks like you're going through like a high school that someone turned into like a Dungeons and Dragons cave kind of, and you run around
Okay.
swinging like you have a sword and a shield, and if you're playing in VR you bring the shield up with the controller and stuff. It's just got a
Okay,
bunch
some
of
more.
there's like sports games and Pictionary. There's a bunch of user created content. It's just like a open space to hang out in.
Yeah. So like, I get the appeal of like an interactive open space. Like you have like chat apps like Discord, but like building chat and interactivity into a game like this is like I'm sorry we're not seeing like more like stories of like the success of games that exist in the space of a rec room.
Yeah, and I'm surprised like okay, I know there's Warzone, but I'm surprised Activision. I guess it wouldn't be Activision, but I'm surprised. Like, what if Call of Duty had like a team-based thing where you weren't just shooting people too? What if you had like races and like it was like I'm picturing it's like a hanging out in World War II, you know, because that's fun. I'm just thinking about like G.I. Joe's like a cartoon idea where you're just hanging out with Cobra and y'all are racing each other, and it's like a Saturday morning cartoon of G.I. Joe styled like Rec Room. I'm just thinking about stuff. We're in a pitch meeting, Austin. I'm pitching
Yeah,
you.
we're in a pitch meeting, and we are trying to sell. Who did Modern Warfare? Who did Warzone? Infinity Ward
Yeah.
on our idea for a Warzone social space that does not, like, I don't know, throw you in a gulag.
Well, the gulag's there. The gulag's there, but you're
The
throwing
gulag,
popcorn. You can eat
yeah,
popcorn
the
too. Yeah.
interior of the gulag has been redesigned so that way it forms a section of the longer racetrack.
It's true. It's true. I
Um, that would be an undertaking. I don't know. I understand why they wouldn't be interested in it, considering the amount of money and resources that would eat up.
Yeah, but it might turn something. The thing that I keep thinking about, it's like it's Rec Room, it's Roblox, it's Minecraft, it's like Among Us. It's all these free games that are like social games that have microtransactions and it making like I guess this game was making like a decent amount of money. Let me look at this article because the Wall Street Journal one was closed off. They have 1 million monthly active VR users, and that number tripled during the pandemic. I don't know if that's actually VR. I don't think 1 million people have a VR headset. Oh, here we go. More than 15 million lifetime users. I wonder if they count everybody as VR users. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure 1 million people have VR headsets.
Yeah, that could be
It's
true. They're getting cheaper, and you can get them for like $100 or use your phone or
Yeah,
whatever.
like it's still not like a lot for like giving VR a space as a like a mainstay within games right now. It's not going anywhere, of course, but like within like the grand scheme of people who play games, we like 1 million's still not a lot.
This makes me hope to see PSVR 2 take off in like a good way with like really good tech behind it. Because I think PSVR 1, like, I heard Jeff Gersman off of Giant Bomb talking a lot about how he thought the connecting and like the way PSVR like tracked you was just really, really bad. And it was just it felt like the lowest end of the other headsets, which, hey, they made their money back and now they're making a stronger headset is what we're seeing, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, like this like that's kind of like PS4 VR is kind of what you get when you like try to apply VR to a system where that wasn't like an idea when you first made it in such a way where like you need to release a second version of that system to properly like give VR a chance on your platform.
Yeah. There's a bunch of people who liked it, and I know there's some cool games. There was some like some Avalon type games where you don't know who the bad guy is. I guess people call them Among Us type games now. That's the closest allegory, actually. There's like Werewolves Within is one of my friends played a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the social dynamics of VR like that, where you're playing party games and stuff. I think that's cool. Hey, you know what else it's really popular that I don't understand, Austin? Well, I do understand because it's like outside of the US is where this is really popular. Is PUBG Mobile has been downloaded more than 1 billion times. 1 billion?
Yeah.
Everyone has a phone too, as it turns out.
Yeah, it turns out the folks at Blizzard are right. You got phones.
Yeah, they have a Godzilla versus Kong multiplayer
Blizzard
event in
not
the
being
game right now.
affiliated with PUBG in any way, shape, or form. That's just a very joke. Um,
I'm sorry, what, Austin?
Blizzard is not associated with PUBG in any real form. That was just a joke based off of a separate news story from a couple of years back that very few people will get.
Yeah, about Diablo
Yeah,
on
about
phones.
the
Yeah,
Diablo
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't surprise me like like a free version of PUBG is doing very well.
Yes. Hey, can I watch Godzilla vs Kong now? Is that what I'm doing after this podcast?
Is it out?
I think it's out. I can go to Santikos Embassy
I
and
don't
watch
feel
this
like it
movie in the
is.
movie theater if I want to, or I could stay at
I
home and eat some pizza.
yeah, I have an HBO Max like 30-day free trial if you want to use that.
It comes out in 2 days on HBO Max. I got Max when I watched the Snyder Cut, so I gave
Okay,
them
like
their $15 worth of blood money to spend 4 hours watching like half of something that's interesting and half of something that like already saw. I say, I don't know that the beginning and the end of that movie were cool, but I was like bored in the middle of it because it's Batman and a robot spider, whatever. PUBG Mobile will make money though. I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe if I get a new phone, I'll try it out and hook a controller up to it and hit some noobs up. This game looks wild. I bet this game is wildly different than regular PUBG too. Like there's shields in this or something. I don't know.
I haven't touched like PUBG since for like a better part of a year at this point, so I have no idea what that looks like anymore. I have no idea if that's like what if PUBG now has shields in it.
Yeah, it just looked like someone had some shields on this like promotional art for it.
Well, I mean, yeah, like the promotional art has like the like player character like shirt surrounded by like a ring of blue shields. I have no idea what like the what we consider real PUBG has going for it these days. And damn, what an interesting story like that game's success only to be overshadowed and eclipsed by Fortnite.
Yeah, and no, I mean PUBG is still one of the top selling games. It's just
Oh
not.
yeah, like,
People just
it's performed
don't
very
talk
well.
about it in the States as much.
Yeah, like it's performed very well. But like within the discourse of like when we talk about years from now, when we talk about like battle royale games as a moment, like it's not going to dominate the conversation in the same way that a Fortnite will.
No, but I love the PUBG map.
PUBG maps are good. Like that first one's really good. That second one was a bit too big, and that third one made some really interesting. Gave you some really interesting encounters. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah, did I this is okay, this is before the other stuff was coming out, but I have like a list of best-selling games from 89 to 2019, and I think PUBG was like the third best-selling games under Minecraft and GTA 5. So it's in our Discord, but this is according to Gameology. It's one of those
yeah,
graphs that tick up over time and change. Those it's like some popular YouTube format where people get you to click on it because you want to see the information, I guess.
well, I mean, yeah, it's a YouTube ad. I mean, it's an ad for a channel on Facebook. I'm not super like down fucking
No,
with
this was
these
a
ads.
video
I
I was
get
watching.
Minecraft.
This is a video. Yeah, Minecraft was like, what was that saying?
Yeah,
1.7 million copies sold.
yeah. Minecraft is ridiculous as a thing. Like no one talks it. We don't talk about it and give it the same like social space we used to. But like Minecraft is still fucking wicked successful.
Yeah. Okay. Here. Yeah, it's 179 million. GTA 5 was 110 million. This is from 2 years ago, but I don't have the information for it currently. PUBG 100 million. Tetris 60 million. Wii Fit 44 million, which is probably 44 million Wii's sold. Um, Super Mario Brothers 41 million. Diablo 3 40 million. Didn't expect that. Mario Kart Wii 39 million. Then Black Ops 2 and Skyrim. Hey, this is a popular PC gaming opinion. Are there PC gamers out there who hate consoles, Austin? And why would you hate a PlayStation or an Xbox? Tell me,
What the fuck are
Austin.
we? What the fuck is? You open up this line of questioning? Um, I don't know. Some people don't have better things to do. Like who cares?
It's true.
I know, I know people don't like consoles, but like whatever, they're fundamentally like the thing that turned this hobby into the success story that it is now in the industry it is now. Like get over it.
Valid point. Speaking of good stuff coming to consoles, Austin, is 22 ID at Xbox games are coming to Xbox Game Pass. Speaking of things that revolutionized why console games are successful, is I will say Game
Yeah,
Pass is pushing that forward,
yeah. Like
and on
Game Pass is
PC, and
sort
on
of
PC.
a new like avenue of success for Xbox in the wake of, well, probably I doubt they'll ever like end up catching up with the PlayStation now in terms of like sales for like unit for like consoles sold.
Yeah. PlayStation is still like outselling Xbox, but like I don't know. So is Apple, I guess. I don't know. They're both. I think I like both boxes. I have both boxes. I want to have both
Oh yeah, they're
boxes.
both like, I'm not saying
I
like
want to
one's
sleep in my
better than
bed
the
and put
other.
my Series S right
Like
next to me.
I want like, like I want one of the newer Xboxes because like PC Games Pass is left out in a very real way, with like some of the bigger announcements that for that platform. And I'd like to just mess around with stuff on a console and like have everything that's coming to Game Pass there. And like I want
Yeah,
like a PS5 because fucking Demon Souls.
and other stuff. Who knows what'll be 2 years from now as
In
well.
2 years maybe we'll finally get like the Bloodborne update. Please.
Bloodborne 2. Let's go.
Oh yeah, like a Bloodborne 2, like a Bloodborne that runs at 60 frames. Like yes, let's go, give it to me. That's all I need. Yeah, so
Yes.
22 ID at Xbox games are coming to Xbox Game Pass on day one.
Correct. Do you want to read the list down for me, Austin?
We want to do the whole list. Let's see. Art of Rally, Astria Ascending, Backbone, Boyfriend Dungeon. Have played this. It's actually pretty interesting. Craftopia. Have not played that. Dead Static Drive, Edge of Eternity, Hello Neighbor 2, Library of Runain, yeah. Little Witch in the Woods, Moonglow Bay, Narita Boy, Nobody Saves the World,
I hear good things about Narita Boy also.
Omno, Recompile, Sable, She Dreams Elsewhere, Stalker 2, which is not coming to PC Game Pass day one. Seems a little, I don't know, seems like a slight. The
What?
Ascent, Undungeon, Way to the Woods, and Wild at Heart.
Nice.
That's the list.
Nice.
Uh,
Well, you know, PC Game Pass does have cool stuff. It's got
I mean, it
Master
does.
Chief Collection. I hope Gears of War 6 comes out to PC Game Pass day and
Yeah,
date because they have Gears 5 on here and they have Forza Horizon 4.
yeah. I don't mean to like disparage PC Game Pass as like not being worth it. It's a cool service. It is just like demonstrably not being treated as like an equal platform within
No, I
like the
agree. It doesn't.
xCloud and console Game
Yeah,
Pass.
it doesn't have as much
Um,
stuff. I think the EA Play thing just came to it
yeah,
though.
like EA Play hit, but that's also like how that service works. Like I told you about this like last week with like how that service works is like you have these additional hoops to jump through, and that you have to download a new EA launcher that is not Origin that is in beta, and so like parts of it barely work. Um,
Bummer.
getting games to like actually close and for that launcher to read that your game has closed is a real like is a whole process. There are a lot of like interesting games, like like the first Titanfall's on there. There's no reason to play the first Titanfall because nobody's on it.
Hey, they just threw it up there. Speaking about
Yeah,
something interesting happened on my Xbox. So, I got games with gold
yeah,
and
yeah,
for a month, and I downloaded Gears 5 and Lost Planet 2. And when I tried to log into both of those games, Gears 5 wouldn't let me on because it said I needed gold to play this because I got it with games with gold.
yeah.
But Lost Planet 2, a 360 game, was just like, I'm not even going to check for this. Just play me. I was like, that's weird. I didn't buy this game.
Yeah, no, that's also weird because like once like it's strange because once they got to like the Xbox One, um, is when they started implementing that kind of DRM to the games with gold program because like 360 games don't have that. Like back when they started the games with gold program on the 360, when they announced the Xbox One, it was just you get it with this program and you own it.
Yeah, so I think if you download the Xbox 360 games with gold, you just keep them after.
Yeah,
It's kind of wild.
yeah. Like I went onto the Windows Store and I technically own Lost Planet 2. I
Nice.
can't play it because
No.
I don't have the console, but like my Xbox account technically has Lost Planet 2 attached to it.
Oh, okay, I got you. I thought you meant you had it on the PC version of Lost Planet 2 is also broken as fuck and it really sucks.
Yeah, no, it's not like available through the Windows Store. You can go to the Windows Store to for games with gold. You can go to the Windows Store to activate the product code. Since I'm on like the Game Pass like Ultimate free trial until like May. Um, so like you can activate like products and attach them to your account through the Windows Store. You just can't mess with them at all unless you have the console.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, so the Steam version is Games with Windows Live, our favorite gaming app that
Yeah,
all the user IDs are broken. You can't matchmake with people because it's nobody uses that part of Games of Windows Live. But this was like before the before times of Microsoft like PC gaming with I don't know, Capcom was doing something. What's the next one we got? Is that oh yeah, there's some changes coming. I thought you could use party chat if you didn't have gold, but I actually you might have needed gold to do party chat. I don't know. Apparently they're changing it is what they're saying. This article from The Verge, along with its other Xbox Live free to play stuff to where you can play like Fortnite without gold pretty much.
yeah, yeah. Like private parties were on or are on both consoles, both PlayStation and Xbox. Like something that you need their premium service to actively use.
I didn't know that for PlayStation. I thought you could just I've never not had PlayStation Plus on PlayStation. So I guess that's another thing.
Yeah, like I've let PlayStation Plus lapse a few times. I've not been able to
Okay,
get
so
into
you
parties
currently
during those
don't have
periods.
it. So you can't make a private party chat?
No.
Huh. Interesting. I guess you would use game chat then for
Yeah, like
like
that's what.
free to play stuff.
Yeah, use game chat for that social interaction or that like game interaction to like navigate with people.
Wild.
It's a fucking
It's
mess.
kind of wild. It's kind of a fucking mess. It sounds like
I mean, it's been that way for a
they should roll
while.
that backwards.
Yeah.
I wonder how it is on PS5. I wonder if it's any different. Who knows? Maybe
Oh.
I'll get a PS5 and let it lapse and see what happens. Uh, Hades won the BAFTA award for Game of the Year. This is something you sent me out. What's up, Austin? What's up?
Yeah, so we had the BAFTAs happened, right? The BAFTAs being the sort of it's an acronym for something, and I always forget because no one. The thing is no one says what the BAFTAs stand for. Everyone just says BAFTAs, and it irritates me. It's like okay, British. No, it's not even. That's not even what that is. It's whatever. So it's a British, like a British, like academy that like is similar to like what we would say maybe the Oscars for Britain. I don't know. I don't rightly know because
Yeah, fuck the
I could Google
Oscars.
it. Let's not. Let's not do that.
Um, Apparently, you don't
Yeah,
need.
British Academy of Film and
Yeah,
Television Arts. There you go.
there you go.
To hell with you, people who refuse to say to just spell out what the BAFTAs are for us stupid Americans who
Yeah, I don't
news
even know what
articles.
BAFTA means. Hey, apparently you don't need PlayStation Plus to join party chat. I don't know. This is some Reddit stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe, maybe you should try it and get back to me. I'm very curious. I'm very curious, Austin. Okay, what am I doing?
I don't know, what are you doing?
BAFTA. Tell
Yeah,
me about the
so we have
BAFTAs.
so we have the BAFTAs. This being like a less commercial, like the BAFTA Games Awards, like far less like commercialized than I would say the like the Game Awards and Jeff Keighley's Game Awards. And they're always interesting. There are a number of. I don't think we should go through every category. Um,
No, but I don't know.
but you have a number of categories. You have like Kentucky Route Zero One won an award, which is good. Always pulling for that very
Ghost of
good game.
Tsushima with the
Uh,
audio achievement. I should beat that
yeah,
game. I want to beat that game. Maybe that's what
that's
I'm
where
doing
the
this
big
week.
like a big winner here being like Hades. Hades winning best game, artistic achievement. Um, believe voice actor for supporting role went to performer supporting role went to Logan Cunningham, who plays just a lot of people in Hades.
Yeah. Animal Crossing
Uh,
taking some for best multiplayer and best game beyond entertainment.
yeah, yeah, and then like you have a number of award categories for The Last of Us 2 also won out for Game of the Year, which is a public voted category, and also Laura Bailey winning for best performer in a leading role as Abby.
Very cool. The D.I.C.E Awards is going to happen as well. They announced
Yeah,
the nominees for that. If you don't mind me hopping.
yeah, absolutely. Like,
It's scheduled uh, April 8th, 2021. Is when it's starting. I'm mostly of the same kind of stuff as like achievement in audio design, achievement in story, best game direction, best game. We'll have to see what I like the dev talks that come out of. Is there no
yeah,
Dice Awards don't have dev talks, do they? I don't know.
um, there can be some at Dice, right? Because like Dice is like a summit, right? Um, kind of thing. Like you can get some like dev talks at Dice. You're not going to get as much as you get at like a GDC. Um, but Dice is like another like award summit that is more like actual like peer, like I don't want to say review, but like peer award, as opposed to like what the Game Awards does. Game Awards again, like Jeff Keighley's thing, where like they like send out questionnaires to press and then like aggregate the sort of the feedback they get from press and then send out their final nominees back to the press and then sort of aggregate that and make that form their awards, which is a really flawed system.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe.
not to mention the fact that also like Keeley's things have to happen like in the year of, so you cut off a lot of games. Um,
Yeah.
and so like Dice is generally speaking an award show that I am more interested in following. And you have like a lot of interesting like more interesting categories. You have like outstanding achievement for an independent game, where you have a lot of, with the exception of maybe Coffee Talk, so a really strong
Coffee
lineup
talk.
here. Coffee Talk being like a sort of a visual novel based on like the very popular like fan fiction trope of like, this is a barista, like you're a barista in a coffee shop and you're being like, I don't want to say accosted, but being patronized, or your shop is being patronized by a famous character from property you like, that sort
Hey,
of thing.
I was a barista at one point. It's very lonely life, Austin.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's
no,
see.
that's why it's a very popular trope in fan fiction.
It's true. It's true.
It's just like, what if some dope person came in here and suddenly we were dating?
Someone talk to me, please. I can't steam this milk all day. All right, I'm moving on. Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden 2 has apparently been lost, so we're just getting Sigma versions of those games, which is like the re-released PS3 versions, I think. I know Sigma came out to PS3, but this is for the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, which I thought that was wild. Ninja Gaiden Black for Xbox and Gaiden 2 for 360 were like the versions that are lost to time, apparently. Pour one out for Ninja Gaiden, Austin. I really want to go back and play these games, my dude. These are like the Dark Souls games before Dark Souls.
Yeah.
What did I think about them?
Turns out having like any way of properly preserving game source code is important.
Yeah.
And is not something this industry has ever taken into account.
And I mean, some people are way better at it, but not Konami. I think Ninja Gaiden is Konami. It's Ninja Theory. What am I saying? It's Ninja. No, yeah, it's Tecmo and Team Ninja. They didn't give a fuck. Sigma on PS3 though.
I mean, yeah, like some people are better at it than others, but like that doesn't like mean much. Like when stuff like this can happen. Like I'm sure this wasn't like negligence on anyone's fault. On the fault of like anyone on the team. It's just like,
why would we need this later?
Yeah, I'm sure it's just like no one's thinking about like a lot. It takes a lot for people to like consider and like really think about the idea of preserving video games, like just for the sake of doing so because they are art.
Yeah. You know what is art, Austin, is Pokemon Snap, Pokemon photography, taking pictures of these Pokemon. You get nighttime photography in Pokemon Snap, according to this Verge article. And April 30th is when it comes out. I keep thinking I want to buy this game and I want to take pictures of these Pokemon, but I don't want to spend money on it. I don't want to pay Pokemon to take pictures of Pokemon to buy these Pokemon.
I don't want to pay for the Pokemon game I actually want to play.
Let me play it for free.
Yeah, no, this is like everything about new Pokemon Snap looks pretty dope. I could definitely like it's weird that like the two games I'm actually like really excited for this year are both like photography games, considering how much I disliked photography when I had to interact with that in the real world.
Yeah, I think we're getting. Well, had something in my All right, I think we're getting 2 Pokemon games this year. Actually, I think Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl are late 2021. We're getting these in April, which that's kind of wild. I am surprised Pokemon. It took so long for Pokemon Snap to come back, because that N64 version was like 20 years ago. It's like 98 or something.
Yeah,
fucking 99. That was more than 20 years ago, Austin.
I don't even know if that got like a Wii port, right?
No, it just came out on the N64, and people took their pictures and got them printed out at the Blockbusters. I don't know if you knew that was a thing.
It is really odd, like how like unwilling to experiment Nintendo has been with Pokemon.
Oh, here we go. You could buy this game on the Wii as a virtual console title.
Yeah. Okay. So
and the Wii
not
U
like an
in
official
2016
re-release, like so you can get that on virtual console, which is like a service I'm pretty sure they abandoned at this point.
Yeah, you cannot get on the Wii virtual console at all. It is dead.
Yeah, it's like you have to have that downloaded.
down.
On to your thing.
It is shot down.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Like I'm always interested in like ways you can interact with Pokemon that aren't like inherently going into
Austin,
this
cut out there.
environment
Oh, there you
to like
okay.
fuck up the
Yeah.
creatures that live there, so that way you can add them to your collection and then put them in a computer.
Yeah. Gotta catch them all. It's Austin. You want this? You want an ice cream hat in Among Us, or do you want the poop hat?
I don't
Ice
play Among Us,
cream,
so
chocolate. I was gonna ask you. Hey, Among Us is on PC and it's like super cheap. We could play that. Hey. You want to get sus?
we would have to have like an entire group. I'm not playing Among Us with strangers.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Like that does not. I'm not interested at like in just the range and reach that game has had. I'm not interested in interacting with strangers in Among Us.
All right. Let me see if the boat's still stuck. What a relief.
We checked that.
I was just double checking at the end here.
Double checking in case the boat was like, oops,
Oops!
I'm stuck
I got
again.
restuck. I clicked something on this page and it sent me to the Rickroll song when this podcast started. And I don't know what happened.
It's as if I don't know. It's as if the Ever Given just loves being everyone's problem. Um, I'm not seeing. Okay, I am not seeing anything saying that the ship has been stuck once more.
No, everything is okay in life. That's the podcast for the week. We talked about it. Today is not Sunday, but it is Monday. But we're still here to ramble about fucking Pokemon every week. But that's okay. What if? Okay, Austin. Okay, Austin. I got a
Travis,
killer video game pitch for you. Okay. Okay, it's Rec Room, but it's set in Pokemon. You could have a Pokemon that could follow you around, and you could go meet other people and wave at them, and you're hanging out with your Pokemon, and then you'll fight, and you'll have Pokemon fighting later too. It's all in VR, Austin.
that um is an idea. It's not one that would ever be greenlit.
All right, if you want to find me, I'm at Travis23Doyle on Twitter. Where you at, Austin?
If you need me to like take a hammer to your pitch ideas, you can find me at Twitter at Beardless2, TWO.
Austin's so cold, but he knows where the money is at. We'll see y'all next week.
Do I?
It could be. All right,
I
bye.
haven't
Bye.
found the money.
We're going. We gotta go. All right, bye. Bye. Bye.